Okay, let's have a quick look at some of the news that you might have missed this past week. I mean, how could you have missed this? There was only one issue in America this week, and that was the leaked information that the Supreme Court over there is set to overturn Roe v. Wade. Now, Roe v. Wade was the decision that basically granted a constitutional recognition right across the nation for people, women, to have an abortion. I shouldn't say people, because only women can. And of course, the far left there, well, there was only one way they could react to any news that abortion actually now might be a state rather than a federal issue. Have a look.
If they actually do this, that would be the time where rioting would be okay. I got the pitchforks, you get the gas and the torches.
There's only one solution to this, to all of this, because it's all interconnected. Starts with V, ends with E, and it's not vote.
Hey TikTok, do you ever wake up in the morning and think you just want to burn it all to the ground? And what I mean by burning it all to the ground is those old white men and the women who support them.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and say, TikTok, why do all the freaks need to go on TikTok and, come out with such garbage? Anyway, that's what I love about the federal left, right? They're always so calm and measured, they're so reasonable, and they know exactly what to say to the undecided, like these people, for example.
Aborted babies being burned and then used for electricity?
I hope they are.
Jesus, I am so tired of seeing this. You know what? I hope so. I hope so.
I sure hope so.
I don't know. I hope so.
Oh God, I hope so.
Okay, what sort of mind comes up with this theme? Someone who says we can save the planet by burning aborted children for electricity. And then you've got a whole bunch of these weirdos that are just getting into it and saying, yeah, let's go along with it. These are the people that are teaching your children. They're informing the future of society. Doesn't it make you sick? But, there are others who are less freaky and who claim to be serious members of the left. Here's one of them. She's from The View, and she has one form of protest to the Roe versus Wade potential overturning in mind. Here she is.
Women in the world have conducted sex strikes in history. In 2003, a sex strike helped to end Liberia's brutal civil war. Yes, and the woman who started it was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Oh. We have more power than we think we have, and some of it could be right in the bedroom. Just saying.
Yeah, there's a serious leftist, right? She wants a sex strike because there's the potential for an erroneous Supreme Court decision to be overturned and the rights returned to the states. And she cites as her information, Liberia. It ended a civil war there. What do you reckon would happen? I reckon there'd be a greater civil war in America. These people have actually lost their mind. And they always caught up in their own hypocrisy. Like this next chap, Gavin Newsom. He's come out as a transphobe. Well, he didn't actually say that openly, right? But he's the governor, I should say, of California. And he said on Twitter, I quote, "If men could get pregnant, this wouldn't even be a conversation." The shock, the horror. I mean, if I'd put that on Twitter, I would be called a homophobe. And this Wokey and his mates, they've been telling the whole world that men can get pregnant. So what is going on? Do they just sort of turn on the ability for men to get pregnant according to the whims? Well, yes, they do actually, yeah. But this new stance from Newsom, it's actually pretty good news for some female prisoners in California, because now maybe they'll be a bit safer from his own crazy laws. And this has been led by the Women's Liberation Front. I love that name in California. They've been pressuring Newsom to stop allowing transgender inmates, I'm just going to say blokes, from picking the prison gender of their choice, citing abuse of females by men. And I can say they're blokes making this because there's no way in the world any woman is going to say, yes, can you please incarcerate me in a men's prison? Whereas I can think of plenty of guys that might say, I don't want to go to a men's prison, I'll go to a female prison. This is mind-numbingly stupid, people. We are caught in a web, a forest of stupidity. And only us people at Sky News today can see the truth. Anyway, there are forms of protest that I think are more effective than others. And there's one chap who's been taking it on. No matter how annoying the lefties are, we need more people like this guy to visit a few of their protests.
Lives matter or just some black lives? The black lives killed by black men matter, right? Yes? The black babies killed in the abortions clinics matter, right? Thought so.
Yay, all black lives matter. Yay, let's cheer that on. What about black people killed by other black men? Oh, maybe they matter. What about black babies killed by abortion? Oh, there's silence there. You see what happens when you follow their arguments to the logical conclusion. You expose them all as hypocrites, as liars, as campaigners. They're either deceiving themselves because they possibly don't like themselves very much. And the more they can lie about what they truly believe and they see within themselves, they can project their hatred, self-loathing onto others. Crazy. Now, speaking of crazy, well, I shouldn't say relationships are crazy, but we know that relationships depend on good communication. I mean, if you don't have that, you really haven't got much going for the relationship, have you? So it was very sad to see this week a Japanese chap, Akihiko Kondo, he's unable to talk to his wife because her software is glitching. That's right, her software. He is married to an animated hologram, and the company that developed the service terminated in March of 2020. Here's a clip from their wedding day, in happier times, of course. See what I mean by crazy? You hope the honeymoon didn't take place in somewhere without electricity. This is what the world has been reduced to, people. They're reduced to people marrying holograms and having it being all okay and deemed not too bad. Get out of your basements. Get off the internet. Speak to other people. Find the truth that's out there. This is just an extraordinary insight into where we're going. And I'm sorry to shock you with all of that. But if people can marry holograms, you just wonder where it's all going to end.